Alright, spoilers! Who wants to go first?
I'll put something on the screen.
Those big creatures that came out of the ground, what kind of evolutionary advantage is it having a tail with 2 arms?
Yeah, those 2 arms weren't too... I mean, yeah.
Okay, so the whole premise we were talking about before with Kong saving the world, right, is that the hole to the hollow Earth is there, and that's where the bad creatures come out.
That's how it looks like. That's how they're going to explain all the other kaiju that come out.
Yeah. So Kong is on that island, and he kills them all before they can get big and leave. So he fucked up with Godzilla, obviously, but Godzilla.
But they're friends in the next one.
Yeah, I don't know. But the whole premise, when they came in initially and did that bombing run to check how hollow the ground was, they stirred the ground and they started fucking coming out. And when they find John C. Riley's like, oh no, they're the little ones. There's still a big one.
Which wasn't really that.
Didn't really.
It looked like the same, but larger.
Yeah. Like
I thought maybe it would have like a cool extra horns or something to clearly demonstrate that this is the fucking threat. Alpha. Yeah.
But having said that, their final fight was pretty fucking cool.
It was.
Like, you know what was great though? Like, there's a part where he falls into a boat, and then like your headphones in your pocket, he somehow gets fucking tangled in that thing, and he's like, no.
But like I said to you, like he gets tangled in the chains, and then he gets up, and I think that's symbolic of because in all the other Kongs he gets brought back and he's chained up, and then he breaks the chain.
We should say it's set in 1973, but there's no allusion to him having been caught and going to New York City and dying. Yeah. Obviously. No. So that just never happened.
Yeah. So that's been like.
If you weren't quite sure what period it was, you could probably tell by the soundtrack they picked. They picked the stereotypical Vietnam War soundtrack.
Spotify 70s.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like that's Spotify the 70s.
It's the same. It's the same soundtrack as Tropic Thunder.
Forrest Gump.
That's what you are. Where Tropic Thunder is taking the piss out of those movies,
and it's the same. It's the same soundtrack.
If you ever want to. If you ever have any idea to create a story about the Vietnam War, you've got to play for something like Credence.
You need to pay a lot of money for royalties. But yeah, there were so many cool moments. Like the first time you see Kong. And again, the cinematography is awesome. Those people, it's out in the desert, like Force Awakens, and the people land in the planes, and then they're facing off.
Yeah, where's this desert, by the way? We never see that again.
Yeah, that didn't come up. But Kong, the first time you see Kong, hand rises over the mountain, and then the second hand, and then he rises up, and you can see the reflection in the knife.
I think it was too early of a reveal.
We didn't see his full face.
No, but you saw the scale.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, it's a monkey.
But then when he comes, the helicopters fly in, and he rises to the sunset, and he's just
with the storm
the helicopters are flying. Yeah, and then a tree hits the helicopter, and you don't know what it is, obviously what it is.
It looks like it was one of the explosions they dropped, somehow blew a tree up.
Yeah, and then they're like, huh, what's going on? And then it has this incredible 360 shot where it slows down and you see the people in the helicopter like, what the fuck? And then the other guy, what the fuck? And then the shot where this guy's in the jungle and they're walking through bamboo, and then all of a sudden the guy drops his water bottle and it's like, yeah. And then there's this bamboo shoot down his throat and you're like, what the hell? And then it moves and it's this giant spider leg.
Spider crab.
Yeah, and then the bit where the guy was getting water.
Well, what are you going about that? Let's talk about the other creatures that are on
Okay, sure.
Like Dylan was saying, there's a giant spider thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's a daddy long legs.
Yeah. But
it has crab claws on its mouth. And this thing stands above the canopy, so it's fucking huge.
Yeah, it's up high.
And there was this cool thing where they're it's walking. So they're all trying to dodge.
Dudes.
Yeah, it's impaling dudes, and then it blood webs some dude and starts sucking him up, and they're trying to save him and stuff. But it would have been more intense if I actually gave a shit about any of the characters that were in trouble.
No. They just look cool, and then again the guy's out in the water, and they see something move in the background. And then Octopus tries to King Kong.
And it kind of fucks with you because he's in the water. This is a guy that got left on his own.
Oh, I forget that guy.
Chapman. So he's getting water, and then in the background you see the water, and you're like, oh, there's something big in that water. But then Kong comes, and he hides, and it's like,
it's Kong.
And then all of a sudden, the 8 octopus legs come out and start fucking Kong up.
And Kong's tentacles? Munching on it.
Octopus legs. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but what was really interesting...
Because if you say tentacles, no one knows how many there is. If you say octopus legs, they go, oh, well, there's 8.
Yeah. It was a squid, though, wasn't it? He squished the squid.
Yeah, I loved it, because he punches it in the head, and just ink goes everywhere. I'm like, that's a cool shot. Yeah. But I was wondering, how does he eat? What does he do? And then he's like, and starts munching on this squid. I'm like, alright, calm down.
I think there was an insect one that he was on the piece of wood.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was like an insect. It was like, and it ran away.
I'm sorry, I'm scared of the other thing.
Well, speaking of what he eats, where does he shit?
Yeah, where's the poo mountain?
Where? Yeah. Are the mountains
That's the other mountain. That's the other island he goes to. He's discreet.
It's not actually an island.
Stinky island.
It's the height. It's a massive mountain of poo.
You just squat off the cliff and just let it go
That's
into
what
the
the
ocean.
storm is. Just like excess wind.
Methane, yeah.
Well, there is methane in it as well. But yeah, like the skull monsters, they were the least impressive of all the monsters, I think.
It's they're kind of like the Cloverfield monster. You spend the whole movie going, what the hell is this thing?
And then you
at
see
the
it,
end,
it's like,
oh man.
Yeah.
They were cool, like,
crocodiles.
because they're kind of like stealthy and predatory, and you don't see them until it's too late.
Yeah.
Sort of like slightly messed up dinosaurs, I guess.
Crocodile
They've got
skull
like a
heads.
skull head, 2 arms, and then just a big tail.
But they did some cool like tail whips and things like that. And people just get messed up, like in the helicopter scene. It flipped, and the guy for no reason at all gets picked up by the birds, and like in the sunset.
Just pull. Yeah,
he's gone.
Let me branch off that. What kind of tone is the movie trying to set? Because it's all serious, and then like John C. Reilly rocks up, and it's funny, and then that guy gets his arm pulled off in the most clean way imaginable, like just a fresh.
Yeah, I love it. Like,
It was just his arm,
It's holding,
honestly.
and then
Randomly.
essentially another bird went and just like dived it with its nose, and that's what ripped it apart. It wasn't like a tear.
Yeah.
But it looked comical because it was on the sunset as well. It was on the horizon. He's
Yeah,
like,
it's like, wow, what's that?
They didn't eat, or one guy ate after but
okay.
they didn't sleep, eat, drink
for 3 days.
For 3 days. The 3 days passed pretty quickly. And it was a lot of like, we're barely going to get there in 3 days.
Yeah.
We're going to take a lot of side detours.
Hey,
We're going
look,
to build a
three days.
boat.
They did build a boat. That took about a day and a half, I reckon.
Yeah. And then they made it with time to spare.
Originally, though, Samuel Jackson was going to be J.K. Simmons, and he signed up but then left the project. And John
Good
C.
on
Reilly,
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, it was going to be Michael Keaton. And Michael Keaton,
But who's going to be Michael Keaton?
the John C. Reilly character.
The John C.
Oh,
Reilly.
that would have been
character
good. But like John C. Reilly is really good, and I think it's ended up being a good cast. But J.K. Simmons may have been an interesting
He could have
choice.
done that.
Maybe an interesting choice.
Well, John C. Reilly's character, we didn't really say much about him. At the start of the movie, you see his dogfighting in World War II, and he crash lands on that island. And then when they get there 28 years later, you assume he's dead because at the start of the movie, Kong kind of peels over the mountain and sees him and his friend that they're having a fight with. And yeah, then 28 years later, he's still there and he's all bearded and stuff. That's what he's doing there. He's just there.
And then he's like, I'm going to shave so I look good for the mainland. And he just like cuts his beard slightly.
He trims it, and then when he actually gets back, he just has just this gross ass mustache.
Really, John C. Reilly is the main character. Like, this is at the start, he's in the majority of the movie, and then for
The
some
ending
weird
scene.
reason, he gets like an end credit sequence where he goes home to see his wife and his kid, and he's
And then
eating
ignores
hot
him
dogs.
to watch football.
Yeah,
Or
or
baseball.
Yeah, he does. Leave me alone, I'm watching baseball.
Yeah, he's not like I'm on the couch with my son, we're going to watch baseball together. He's like, fuck off. Dad, I got my hot dog, I've got my proudly brought to you by Budweiser.
Yeah.
It's always Budweiser in these movies.
Yeah.
So, is that about it?
I think that's pretty much about it.
Well, because there was a post-credit scene as well.
Oh yeah, which pretty much was like, hey, his cave paintings of other creatures.
His cave paintings of Godzilla, Mothra. There was a Hydra-like creature.
Ghidorah, I don't know.
Yeah.
three.
Gam-
It's a dragon with 3 heads.
Yeah.
I want to say Gamora, but that's not Gamora.
Sounds good.
Something that's
No, Gamora's from Guardians of
Yeah,
the
she's
Galaxy.
from Guardians. Something along those lines. So just hinting at the expanded
Yeah.
monster universe.
Which we waited for like 5 minutes for because those.
And it's good because I don't want to. Oh, maybe I don't know if they're going to do Godzilla 2, but I just want to get to the King Kong Godzilla. I was hoping Godzilla would just turn up for a little bit of a.
But then, why are they going to fight it? Like, how's King Kong going to get there for starters? Because Godzilla's in Japan.
Godzilla could go under the ground in Japan and turn up.
No, but like he can.
the holes, Josh.
But why would they fight?
Holes explain everything.
Why would they fight? Other than the Asian guy from Godzilla saying, "Let them fight."
Well,
I want to see it.
that's what he does. He just stops everything. Like stops the army.
Let them fight.
Let them fight.
It retroactively makes Godzilla better again by like Batman v Superman and Man of Steel by like being like, so he's that version. He fights those kind of monsters to keep the ecosystem going. They might have mentioned in Godzilla. It was just boring. And long.
I
And
thought Godzilla was
can
better.
I say in Godzilla, every time there's a massive fight and they run to fight, it cuts to something else. Like 4 times in the movie, like it cuts to the TV in someone's room, like there was a fight in Japan earlier, and like I just was watching it, and now you're going to tell me it ended. But in this, Kong just, and the cool thing as well is that every fight doesn't seem like it's the same thing. They're like, what can we do? Like you said, the 10 cool things. What can we do to make it interesting? Like, let's get Kong fight with a propeller
the ship-
and chain.
ship-
Yeah, it's like,
propeller,
okay, so he falls into a ship, and then like we give him like a fucking mace, but the mace is a propeller of a ship. He's like, oh my god, and then he cuts the things open with the
Yeah.
Then he slices its throat and turns around, but it's still not dead. It comes in for
right
another
up the
go.
mouth, and there's all these like super moves and suplex elbows.
There's so many
He
suplexes.
does the attitude adjustment for John Cena. and throws it over.
It's so cool. Like, if you like monster movies, you'll be happy with this.
Well, I
100%.
want to keep talking about it because there was a scene where, towards the end, when he's fighting the last big reptile thing, where he's got Brie Larson in his hand and he's still fighting it, and that's what happened in
crushed her.
King Kong with Jack Black,
Yeah.
where he was fighting off the T-Rexes with the chick
that's
in his
right.
hand. But then Brie Larson went down the thing's throat.
In his hand, still.
So he killed the thing. It ate his hand with Brie Larson in his hand, and then when he like grabs its esophagus and shit and just rips everything out. But then how is Brie Larson like still clean?
Because
For
he's like this,
starters?
rip the guy.
It's just put the finger in there.
Yeah, that's it.
We're hooking around.
I will say this though, just if we're going to end the video, I will say that I believe King Kong was a better movie than this one
Whoa, the Peter Jackson 2005 version?
with Jack Black.
Different movie, but yeah.
Different movie.
I can see what you're saying.
Because Kong in this, like I said, I think he was too big,
Yep.
and he stands like he walks like a man.
Yep.
You know, whereas King Kong, he still walked like a silverback.
Yeah.
And he wasn't quite so big, which I thought was better. Because that King Kong in this movie, Kong couldn't climb the Empire State Building. He's as big as the fucking Empire State
Yeah, that's true.
Building.
Because
Crushed
if Kong was to fight King Kong, like he would be like, and like the T-Rex that King Kong fights, he's like,
Yeah. Team Rocket it.
Well, in the original one, he was like kind of half beast, half man. He wasn't a full monkey. Whereas
Yeah.
Peter Jackson's like, we're going to make it real. He's going to be a silverback ape.
Yeah.
And so this is like kind of, he's got monkey qualities.
He
but
does the-
They're getting him ready so that he can like fully uppercut and.
Well,
do
he
awesome
did
moves on
did
Godzilla.
throw a good kidney shot on one of the dinosaurs. I know
He
that.
did, he
He like,
did.
he just gave it,
yeah,
gave it,
so he's like,
gave it a dirty footy punch.
it's a real cheap shot. Like the guy's got, he's like, trying to eat his head. He's like,
He's got moves.
And like monkeys aren't all that smart, but he's like, I'm gonna fucking wrap this chain around its neck. I'm gonna choke it out. I'm
He
like,
tried the like in Peter Jackson one. He like rips
Yeah.
The T-Rexes.
the
And
V-Rex's
he tried
heads
to do
open.
it with, I noticed that too. He tried
Yeah,
to do it in here.
no, we got new moves this time.
He does it and then just smashes it in
And
the
he
rock.
did have like round one, round two, round three with it because it kept coming back. He's like, all right, round three, let's go.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, that was that was Kong Skull Island. If you've seen it, or if you haven't, now you've been spoiled the hell out of it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you shouldn't have watched this part of the video.
There was more Kong than there was Skull Island, I felt.
Yeah, the Skull Island was really lacking.
It's a bit sparse with...
That's what I think they nailed. Well, we're going to keep talking for a little bit. With King Kong on their Skull Island, they fucking nailed Skull Island.
Yeah.
They spent a lot of time there. There was only one group of people to follow, and they went through really diverse locations and saw a lot more of the island and a lot more of the inhabitants. Instead of just...
insects.
Yeah, but Kong was, like one of you guys said, walk 100 metres, here's a big bad guy. Walk another 100 metres, here's a big bad guy.
They
Whereas
didn't take the scenic route. They just took the straight line to get the hell
whereas
out of
King
there.
Kong, it was just... They were just getting effed up for that entire movie just by heaps of different things.
What about a Peter Jackson directed King Kong versus Godzilla?
I'm Ryan Besson.
Do they have to like bring a ring to giant Mordor?
Hey, maybe he fights Hop. Like Middle Earth King Kong. King Kong versus Godzilla in
Yeah, Middle Earth Shadow of Kong.
Shadow of Gojira.
I'm Dylan Bowden.
I'm Josh Saunders.